Well, I just spent the last half hour procrastinating watching YouTube videos when I should have been making my own YouTube video. So I'm going to start now. I do not have a tripod, so this might be a little shaky. But today I'm going to talk about Legos. And if you have seen my channel, TLG1255, its name has been fixed, so it actually is that now. You know that I kind of like Legos, and I've got this right next to me, and I get very excited about them. And the other day, I happened to cross this guy in the closet, and he's got a bow tie, suspenders, and a Stetson. I was like, hey, that looks like the Doctor. So I was like, you know, I've got a lot of Lego people sitting in my room. I think I'm going to make a video about them. So when I visited Wisconsin last year, I got the set with Gandalf and Frodo on Gandalf's firecart wagon, and I took the beard off of Gandalf because I wanted him to be able to have a shadow, which is something that I discovered recently, that if you take a black Lego person and stick just about anything on him, he can become the shadow of, like, construction worker shadow. He can become, I believe this is from the Prince of Persia, he can become an assassin's shadow. It just became Jet's shadow, Chief's shadow, just to name a few. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's probably one of my favorite like minifigures that I've ever made. He's just like so blank, and I can do all sorts of stuff with him. I recently went on a Lego minifigure making binge, and I found a bunch of old pieces and made an Apollo astronaut to float around in space. And that was the best I could do with the pieces I had. I like them a lot. But I've got all of these to go through, so bear with me. It'll be fun. So here we've got ninjas. These three are after this guy who's got his friend who's got lots of bat stuff and a bat friend. And then this guy is after him too, but he's not with these people because I've got complicated stories. We've got a random blacksmith standing over here with his anvil and hammer. Here we have Gandalf and Frodo, my own custom person, and then another person who was made a very long time ago, against an evil wizard and a purple person with a sword. Here we have my Star Wars people, including the limited edition Anakin Skywalker, who came with this book right in here, and I made him a bad guy. I'm not sure why, but he ended up with the Mandalorians that I got a while ago. I've got Master and Apprentice, Halo dude, and Cyborg. Over here's a real battle. We've got the British with all of these commanders. This character here, Fred, has been around for a very long time in various forms, and now he is the commander of the British Army, even though he was not actually British. We've got the Undertaker / Gravedigger here waiting for people to die. We also have the Grim Reaper, who I call Seven, because Seven has cold dead eyes, and his friend the Ghost. Then we have all the American, these are technically toy soldiers, but they're fighting the British. They don't look as orderly as the British, but usually they look a lot better than that. That one looks like he's dying, and that one looks like he's injured, but neither of them are. So yeah. Here we have adventurers who are being hired by these two guys to hunt down these two guys, which those technically shouldn't be there. These two, in the white, are paying these two guys, who are adventurers, to go hunt for these two guys, who are bandits. And this dirigible is one of my favorite things that I've ever built. It has a door that opens. This is a great shot. An anchor that comes out with a musket, apparently. It's a pickaxe right now, but it's technically an anchor. It has a propeller that moves to steer it, and it's got luggage on the back. And then I've got Bildo and Victor in there, who are also very old characters of mine, who used to have a balloon a really long time ago, but it broke. And I took it apart to make something else. So then I spent a lot of time yesterday remaking their balloon. And here we've got just a whole mess of random people. We'll start with the animals. So I've got one of the original Buckbeaks from the Harry Potter Care of Magical Creatures class set. And I've got the dinosaur from Series 5 or whatever of the minifigures. I've got 3 horses right here. I've got another horse. Oh, Fred's riding it over there. That came with Gandalf. And then these 3 just have been accumulated over the years. I got 3 sharks, 2 grays and a white, a swordfish, a dolphin, a pterodactyl, Fluffy from Harry Potter, a monkey, a German Shepherd, and this is Sirius Black from the Night Bus set. So we call that dog Sirius. And then this is a German Shepherd from a police dog set. Here we have the Toggles, which are a race of things that I created several years ago. And they've only got two things that move. Their legs are the only things that move, and they rock back and forth. They've got big eyes, and that's basically all they consist of. But they're really cute, and you can do all sorts of things with them. This is currently their leader. He has really big toes. He's the only one who has any sort of custom thing. They kind of block his eyes when he looks in. Here we've got like a 1997 Aztec chief person, and then a 2012 Indian chief person. So it's kind of a then and now kind of a deal. Got a couple Marvel superheroes here. Him I got at a in a bank robbery set a really long time ago, in like 2005. Except these aren't his original pieces. He had legs that went with him, but I only kept track of the head and the body, so I remade the rest of him recently with what I had. And then this Thor is completely custom. I made everything on him, including the hammer. And yeah. These four are characters in the series that I'm currently writing. I've got Charlie, Chris, Kate, and Lily. And I like making my characters out of Legos. These are the only four that have lasted very long, though. And here we have all the extra people who didn't have groups to put. This is Jake. He was made, I think, in 2007 and has stayed intact. How many years is that? 6 years? He's been around 6 years as that guy. And this is David. Oops. And we used to have a minifigure that was exactly the same as him, who was around at the same time when he was made, but the original David got lost. So this guy we made as a child and then made him grow up. This guy came with a set a long time ago. He's just a jester. Series 1 or 2 of the minifigures. This is a Mistborn from the Mistborn series. He's got his Mist cloak and his coin pouch. And then this is Frankie, the chef who came with one of those really tiny Lego sets that they used to like hang on the halls at Walmart. This is Paradise. Paradise was made the same time he was, and we used to flood our sandbox and make like rivers and stuff in it, and he was one of the main people who we did that with, and he's been around for a very long time. This is the Fringe Kid. He's as old as the other guys, but he's so simple that it wasn't worth taking him apart. And so he's just been around for all. I think his body's originally like a little racer body, yeah, but he's just been around forever. Then I've got a cage that I've been working on for a while, and I finally found all the pieces for recently. There's a lot of chains and ropes on it right now. Let me pull those off. It took a while to make because I had to find all of these little connector pieces, which aren't that common, and then I had to find all of the rods to go in it, and I actually found them and made them mostly uniform. This one's the odd one out, but it's the door, so it's acceptable. So, with the exception of all of the people who are currently on this crew, the people who are on this set that I'll be giving you a tour of later, and the people who are in that box, which go to a really old castle set, those are all the people who are on my personal minifigures. I think there's over 50 of them, so I've been accumulating those for a while. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, there's also these guys. I made 3 or 4 skeletons. There's this Clone Trooper one, this guy carrying dynamite, this guy in knight armor, and this person who's like an archer. And they're all walking up my sign back there. So yeah, oh, I'm going to just be keeping like going, oh, yeah, and there's these guys too. And then there's these two, Jay and Darth Maul, who would also have been with my Star Wars people down there fighting with the bad guys, but I didn't put him down there because he's on the wall. So yeah. Alright, this will be the actual end. I will see you next Wednesday, and I apologize for not getting one up last Wednesday. But people need to like get the other Daily Dose of to get their videos up, because I feel really lonely just sitting here on Wednesday with making random videos that don't have any sort of theme or structure. So if you want to see more than my face, I suggest you go on like we've got a Facebook page, Daily Dose of Vlog, and there's a very small group who actually watches these, and you probably all know each other personally too, so you should get people to do that. See ya.